Hey, have you heard all the hype about intermittent fasting and how it can help you lose weight and how it can help balance your hormones, but you don't really know how? In this video, my friend, I'm going to tell you exactly how. My name's Jackie Grant, the founder of We Grant Fitness and Health, and your healthy hormone lifestyle advocate. On this channel, I'm going to be telling you anything hormone health, habits, mindset, exercise, recipes, products and services that may be able to help you when it comes to hormones and health. I'm not here to push anything on you. I'm here just to show you what's on offer and so that you can make an informed choice. Now, intermittent fasting, there are so many hormones in our body, but there are 6 of them that can impact on your fasting results. Now, there's progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, insulin, cortisol, and oxytocin, and all those can impact on your results. Now, what I want to show you today is each of these hormones can impact on your results when it comes to fasting. And what I'm going to tell you over the next few minutes is how you can actually use those secrets in order to get better results. So, there's such a growing evidence that suggests that fasting has powerful health benefits. Fasting kickstarts your autophagy. What is autophagy? Well, this is the process with which your body gets rid of cells that have greater risks of becoming infected or cancerous. These cells also lead to aging, Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes. So think of autophagy like your body's internal cleaner, which gets rid of the junk and clears a way for better health and vitality. Eating, however, prevents autophagy. Even a little bit of food can trigger the enzyme mTOR, a powerful inhibitor of autophagy. Too much mTOR can lead to obesity, diabetes, and other diseases. Low levels of mTOR can decrease cancer risk, inflammation, and improve your insulin sensitivity. So insulin is one that I said we're going to be talking about. Inside your gut, there's trillions of healthy bacteria called microbiome, and you may have heard of it. Let me know in the comments if you have. And your body is not only affected by what we eat, but also when we eat. When the microbiome's circadian rhythms is thrown off, this is when the trouble starts. Brain fog, insulin resistance, inability to burn fat, slower metabolisms. What do you think might disrupt the microbiome's rhythm? Well, it's erratic eating patterns, like snacking all day, eating all day. So, fortunately, fasting restores your gut's normal circadian rhythm and prevents these complications. In other words, fasting lets the digestive tract rest and digest, giving your digestion a break, and can heal any damage that you may have done to your gut lining over the years. Remember that healthy gut promotes healthy estrogen metabolism. So there's so many studies that have shown how fasting can prevent insulin resistance, which can trigger hot flushes in menopause and enhances hormone functions that helps with weight loss, including the loss of belly fat. Many of us have cut calories to lose weight. And the problem with that, it forces your metabolism to slow down to the lower calorie intake. If it then you would then return to normal eating, high amounts of calories after that diet, you slowly begin to make weight gain. So, as we know, 95% of the people who start a diet tend to put it all back on and more. And we want you to be part of that 5% that doesn't happen, guys. So unlike calorie restrictions, fasting does not cause weight gain, because during fasting, you switch fuel sources from food to stored fat. So the main benefits in fasting are reduced body weight, slow down growth tumors and decrease cancer risk, management of symptoms of PCOS, improve your joint and bone health, help manage your blood sugar levels and protect your heart, and reduce the risk of menstrual problems. It also improves your mental health during menopause. Lots of women, have told me, and even myself have gone through anxiety during menopause. But once I started to do fasting on a regular basis, I found those symptoms of anxiety and depression ease. And it also eases your stress levels. So fasting allows your body to rest and repair. So I can't see how you wouldn't go for this rather than calorie counting, guys. So the hormone that affects everything is oxytocin. I told you I was going to tell you about six of them, but it's the three main ones that we really want to focus on is insulin, cortisone, and oxytocin. So oxytocin can affect all those other five hormones that I told about. Oxytocin is what happens when you give someone a hug. Oxytocin is what happens when you fall in love for the first time. So you need to get that oxytocin in. Even stroking your cat, petting your dog, that can help as well. So I want to tell you about this hormone especially because oxytocin is the top of the hormone chain. You need to be focusing on oxytocin. Now, I'm going to talk about oxytocin in a separate video. So, oxytocin is number one importance. The next on the food chain is that cortisol that I told you about. Cortisol is what gets excreted when you are stressed. Cortisone is really damaging to the body, and a little bit of cortisone is fine, but cortisone is the one thing that's going to make you get all that belly fat. And it also affects how your organs function. Cortisol can damage the brain. You don't want that. And you don't want massive amounts of cortisol moving around the body. So what you're going to want to do is bring in massive amounts of oxytocin so that you lower those cortisone levels. So this is why if you're having a bad day, something so simple as giving someone a hug can help you, or even stroking your cat. If you're having a really stressful day, stroking your cat or even petting your dog reduces those levels. The next step for those of you that are trying to lose weight and you're fasting, the insulin is the next hormone on the food chain. If insulin is very high, it's going to make managing cortisol very difficult. So when it comes to fasting, I've had so many of my clients who have said that fasting doesn't work, or people that I've even talked to, they get very frustrated with their fasting and they say it doesn't work. But this can be usually because your blood sugar levels won't come down. And I say that you might be doing everything right, but if you don't get those cortisone levels down, this can impact. The one thing that you're going to have to ask yourself, am I secreting too much cortisone? Is my life so stressful that my fasting efforts are being impacted on? But also, are you bringing down the insulin levels as well? So, like I said, these six hormones are really important, but it's the three: cortisol, insulin, and oxytocin. Now, high levels of oxytocin, high levels of cortisone, high levels of estrogen, which one would you want? I think that you would want high levels of oxytocin. That's the one, guys. That's the key to, you know, impacting on your fasting results. So get insulin and cortisol levels balanced and bring in more oxytocin, and the result will be your fasting efforts will not be hindered. So when you are fasting, it's so good to make sure that at least 55 to 70% of fats is in your meal. 5 to 55% is carbs and 20 to 30% is protein. We seem not to eat enough of these things. So many people are going on low carb diets at the moment, and that's okay if you're bringing in low carbs if it's not the processed carbs. but try to make your plate have as much green and alkalizing vegetables as possible on your plate, at least 75% of the surface area. And these are really good points to make sure that you do not spike your insulin levels, especially if you're a woman in perimenopause like me. When it comes to fasting and you start to manage your insulin better, you have a fasting chance of regulating your estrogen levels, progesterone, and testosterone. See what I was getting to in terms of these 6 hormones. If oxytocin, cortisol, and insulin are difficult to manage, you can take as many magic potions as you want and rub all the creams in your body, and you can take the greatest supplements to try and balance estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. But if insulin, cortisol, and testosterone are out of balance, you've got no chance, guys. No chance at all. Your efforts will be wasted. So I wanted to tell you in this about the 6 key hormones and how they work together, as I get so many questions why people are not losing weight when they're fasting, especially if you're going through the menopause process. So once you've got your fasting lifestyle in place, you will bring your insulin levels down. Once you're making sure that you're regulating your cortisol and you're not over exercising, over stressing, you are now looking at getting more oxytocin, getting all those lovely hugs in, stroking the cats, petting the dogs, hanging out with people that are going to make you laugh and smile. When you got these 3 hormones in place, you're now ready to work on estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. For those of you women with low testosterone, fasting is one of the best ways to raise your testosterone levels. We see about 1,300% increase in your growth hormone when it comes to stimulate testosterone. If you want to build more muscle, make sure that you are fasting every single day. Another way to increase testosterone is a JVU light therapy. That helps ladies. For ladies, if you're trying to increase progesterone and estrogen, you need to follow more of a cycle, where I call my 28-day mind, body, hormone magic reset cycle. And you're not fasting all the time where you're doing spurts of fasting. You are pulling yourself into keto and leaning into some of those more carb foods. This is what we're seeing, especially with women who are moving into menopause. Is this when, ladies, you are going into a keto green fasting lifestyle, you'll get so excited by the results that you're going to see, and you're going to be able to manage your insulin levels, and you're going to, manage your estrogen and progesterone levels. So, ladies, I will be covering in upcoming videos about, cortisone, insulin, and oxytocin and how you can use it. But I really, really want to dive in more around more hormone issues that, impact on us. We live in a toxic world, and we are in a stressed out world, especially with what's going on at the moment. So, ladies, if you are postmenopausal, perimenopausal, and you don't even know where you are, I've got my hormone magic reset program, goes into more detail. If you'd like to start off working with me with my 28 mind body program, I'll be starting a new one in the coming weeks. So definitely comment below, or get in touch with me on Facebook. I'm there, Jackie Grant, hormone health and fitness coach. So guys, Jackie Grant, your healthy lifestyle advocate, granting you better health and fitness.